Welcome to CBS 8's Innovate 8 special, sponsored by UC San Diego. I'm Stephanie Simmons. Thanks for watching. Over this next half hour, we'll introduce you to the bright minds here in San Diego we've covered over the past year. They're working on cutting-edge projects to help the environment and to improve our future. You'll see students dipping their feet into STEAM or science technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, as well as the Innovator, addressing the lack of Indigenous representation in STEAM fields. We'll also show you how one organization is helping seniors keep up with our digital world. And you'll meet some marine scientists making waves and removing pollutants from our ocean. But first, there's a dire need for veterinarians, and one local program is hoping to encourage more people from diverse backgrounds to the veterinary field. CBS 8's Shannon Handy was there as students in the South Bay got some hands-on learning.
Here at High Tech High Chula Vista, veterinarians aren't just telling students about their jobs, they're showing them. It's part of a program that goes into schools to get kids interested in the field where more veterinarians are needed, especially those representing diverse backgrounds.
So, and everything you did was with your fingers being nice and clean.
From putting on scrubs to doing stitches, High Tech High Chula Vista students learn what it would be like to work in the veterinary field. For some, it's a career they've never considered. For others, it's an idea they've explored.
I had when I was younger because I was really into animals.
13-year-old Katya Lewis says while she's thought about being a veterinarian, this is the first time she's been exposed in such a hands-on way.
I like experiencing and doing it.
The woman behind this event is Dr. Nicole Bruno. She's a small animal veterinarian based in Texas who founded an organization called BlendVet. Its mission? To bring awareness to veterinary medicine and the need for more professionals with diverse backgrounds.
We're one of the least diverse medical professions in the country, and it is important to bring diverse voices into our profession because it impacts patient care.
Dr. Bruno says sometimes people hesitate to bring their pets in for care because they don't see themselves in the doctors. Not only that, but there are fewer people getting into the field, making the need for an event like this even more crucial.
We want to have more veterinarians coming into our profession. One of the reasons is that pet ownership has increased, and a lot of times there's multi-pet households, and so there needs to be veterinary care provided in all communities.
BlendVet visits schools all over the country to help put on events like this one. It's sponsored by North American Veterinary Community, which provides professional development on a global scale. The CEO of the High Tech High Charter Network says even in just a few hours, it's already making a difference.
I was talking with a couple of students and they were just like, yeah, this is solidifying my passion for wanting to enter healthcare.
The teachers today all work in the field. As for the subjects, you'll see some live animals here, but most are pretend for good reason.
You know, there's some things that we do that I'm not sure every pet, even the nicest of pets, would want us to do. So it is helpful to have our models.
There is a public event being held here tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 2. You can bring your pet for free wellness exams and vaccines. For more information, just go to our website, cbs8.com, and click on this story. With this Innovate 8 report, I'm Shannon Handy.
This past summer, 13 local students helped push the boundaries of climate science thanks to a unique internship at the prestigious Salk Institute right here in San Diego. Those students were selected from more than 500 applicants to work on real projects. Over 8 weeks, students learn how to think like scientists, sharpen their research skills, and present findings. We talked with one student, Kelly Sempner, a recent High Tech High Mesa graduate who worked alongside scientists to research how plants and fungi communicate underground.
If we could use them efficiently in our fields, could really be a great alternative for fertilizers. So we could potentially reduce the environmental impacts.
Plants are a really interesting model system, especially since there's so much about the climate that we don't know and things in the environment that we can leverage to improve our agriculture.
Synthetic fertilizers account for up to 5% of global greenhouse gas emissions. The Salk Institute says the program is all about inspiring the next generation of scientists, and Kelly is clearly well on her way. From plants and fungi for the future of farming to San Diego's craft beer and hard cider industry, where scientists are hoping to create renewable energy. University of San Diego researchers are teaming up with Stone Brewing and Serpentine Cider to turn beverage waste into biofuel. CBS 8's Abby Black shows us how students are brewing up this new idea.
What do craft beer, hard cider, and seaweed have in common? Local researchers here at the University of San Diego say it could power your next road trip.
So this is our digester bath.
Inside a USD engineering lab, undergraduate students are brewing up something unexpected, a recipe for biofuel.
A third of beer wastewater or cider wastewater.
Mix that with kelp and fish waste and you have energy to power a car.
Gas prices are getting expensive for anything, so you can use this at home, and I think that that's really amazing for people.
The project sparked when Dr. Odesma Dalrymple, USD's Director of Engineering Exchange for Social Justice, learned about similar success in Barbados, where researchers power vehicles using rum waste and seaweed. She immediately saw potential in San Diego's craft beverage scene.
And by the next day, I had an email in my inbox from Stone Brewery about how much wastewater you want.
While still in its early stages, this research could have far-reaching impact.
I think Giddy is you're just like beside yourself.
The International Energy Agency projects a significant shift toward biofuels and global transportation by 2030. And with Sapporo Stone Brewing proudly backing the project, these students may not only be brewing up the future of sustainable fuel, but doing it ethically.
I'm trying to see, are we producing energy or are we losing energy to the system, which is obviously not the goal. We want to end up with more energy out than we had in.
Dr. Dalrymple sees the research expanding well beyond USD's labs.
I see our role as being able to provide this insightful knowledge about how do you do this? What's the right formula? Where should you set up these locations? And then we could partner with others who can really help to take it to scale. But they need this kind of information so they do it right.
At USD, one person's empty pint glass could be another's full gas tank.
It fascinates me, the chemical aspects behind it, but I'm also very excited to see what we can do in the U.S. to actually apply that.
For Innovate 8, I'm Abby Black, CBS 8.
Coming up, why STEAM is so important for education and how some students spend their summer developing critical skills. Plus,
a lot of times people don't always take Indigenous people seriously. They don't see us as intelligent.
Changing the ways that tribal communities approach technology education, how one innovator is combining culture with the ever-changing future. And later on, we'll show you how students at the University of San Diego are paving the way for cleaner ports across the country. Welcome back. Many education experts agree STEAM is essential to modern learning. That's science, technology, engineering, art, and math. According to the University of San Diego, STEAM graduates actually play a vital role in developing meaningful solutions to problems in society. So the university is working to get local students involved early, hoping to lead them to successful careers as scientists and creators. This year at the STEAM Innovation Sandbox, a free summer camp, the university partnered with the San Diego Unified School District and the San Diego Foundation to teach 4th and 5th graders how to code, design, and communicate. They learned real-world skills by using video games like Minecraft.
I like how it's an open sandbox world and it improves kids' creativity and hand-to-eye coordination.
Math that you're seeing being used right now is specifically made for spatial computational skills. Spatial computational thinking sounds super nebulous, but really it's just where things exist in space.
Students also made their voices heard through podcasting and sharpened their listening skills through arts and crafts. Program managers say these activities are designed to empower students and let them know their ideas are worth sharing with the world. Another young innovator is hoping to bring the STEAM discipline to Native American students. In Ocean Beach, Danielle Boya is using robots to preserve endangered indigenous languages with a mission to get students excited about careers in science and technology. CBS 8's Abby Black shows us how she's rewiring the future of indigenous education.
I'm inside 24-year-old Danielle Boyer's home workshop, and when she saw the lack of Indigenous representation in STEAM fields, she did not wait for others to act. The young educator founded STEAM Connection, which provides free robotic kits to Native American students and transforming how tribal communities approach technology education.
What is
Hello. Bonjour.
When Danielle Boyer noticed a void in Indigenous STEAM education, she invented SCObots.
SCO is reservation slang for let's go.
They're animal-shaped robots that sit on your shoulder and help preserve endangered Indigenous languages. Students can talk to the devices to learn traditional words.
When you lose your language, you lose a lot of your culture.
Boyer, who belongs to the Sault Ste. Marie tribe, always had a passion for technology, but like many Native American students, she says that she faced systematic barriers. Northern Arizona University reports that Indigenous peoples make up just 0.4% of the engineering workforce.
There was like a local robotics team, and it was hundreds of dollars to be able to participate. And when you don't have a lot of money, that's just not doable.
That's why at 18, Boyer founded STEAM Connection, starting with $20 eco-friendly robot kits distributed free to Indigenous students. Her initiative has since given out 20,000 kits. The impact extends beyond robotics. She's helped one of her students launch Super Sisters, an online interactive app teaching STEAM that has attracted 35,000 users and won an MIT grant.
We're not just peoples of the past, and I hear that a lot. And so it can be hard to say, oh, we exist right now as modern peoples, and we're also going to exist in the future as well. And so I think robotics is a really cool way to kind of present that concept to people.
Now STEAM Connection is a finalist for the $145,000 Wesley Prize for Young California Social Innovators, with winners to be announced Saturday at Stanford.
It's a really big deal because usually we're the youngest in the room. A lot of times people don't always take Indigenous people seriously. They don't see us as intelligent. They don't see us as connected to technology.
But Boyer's making that connection one robot at a time.
Our peoples have always been inventors and scientists and innovators. Like my people invented snowshoes and things, right? And I want to always carry that legacy forward and remind our students that they're inventors, they're creators, they're scientists.
For Innovate 8, Abby Black, CBS 8.
Coming up, students are addressing what's lurking beneath the surface of our coastline, how their methods can help coastal waters across the country. And a new survey says a majority of older Americans aren't keeping up with technology. We find out how a local organization is helping them develop new skills. Welcome back. The next generation of marine scientists is making waves in San Diego Bay. University of San Diego students are pulling shocking amounts of toxins from our local waters using innovative, sustainable tools. CBS 8's Abby Black shows us how.
You look out onto San Diego Bay and you see these pristine, calm waters. But if you take a closer look, there's some nasty stuff lurking beneath. Thanks to University of San Diego research students, they're using innovative booms made from recycled plastics that's pulling pollution from our local waters. In this Innovate 8, we show you how this could become the blueprint for cleaner ports nationwide.
You look down, it looks clean.
But flip over this cleanup boom and it tells an alarming story.
It's full of heavy metals, different type of chemicals like hydrocarbons.
We're talking about copper, zinc, arsenic, invasive species, and microplastics.
It is like this all over San Diego and Mission Bay.
USD grad student Gunnar Collins shows us what these 10-foot booms absorb daily in Mission and San Diego Bays.
So these bags are used strips from booms that have been in the water for 3 to 4 months.
Through the partnership called 24/7 Bloom, USD students team up with San Diego-based Earthwise Sorbents to test these recycled plastic cleanup booms.
It's unbelievable the amount of material we're picking up with this.
They're placed in the bay for 2 to 3 months, then replaced.
We're picking up 30 times the amount of heavy metals that are typically out there.
The project is led by USD professor Dr. Michelle Boudrian. Rather than reacting after pollution events like rain or oil spills, these booms are proactive.
We're really particularly focusing on cleaning up the oil, the metals, and then determining what's happening in the ecology of the bay. So
this long-term research is critical to analyzing the ocean's ecosystem, and Boudrian says that they're interested in expanding to the South Bay, where the Tijuana sewage pollution is a persistent problem.
Could we bring in our project and start putting our booms into some of the areas that are maybe the most affected, like IB, for example?
They're already making waves, partnering with the Port of San Diego and creating opportunities for students.
It's about doing science and learning how to do it the right way.
Even on a small scale, Gunnar says the work he's doing now is making a big impact.
It feels great to be able to do any part in cleaning up the ocean.
For Innovate 8,
that is insane.
Abby Black, CBS 8.
We've been talking about how young people are honing their technology skills, but what about our older generations? Many seniors are struggling to keep up as technology becomes increasingly essential to our daily lives. But there's an organization hoping to change that. CBS 8's Abby Black tells us how they're helping older adults bridge the digital divide, one smartphone lesson at a time.
An era where FaceTime calls with grandchildren and telehealth appointments are everyday essentials, thousands of seniors may feel left behind. Senior Tech Connect wants to change that, and they're empowering older Americans to become digitally savvy.
I am from typewriter era, and I was always ahead of my time.
But Donna, who's in her 70s, felt technology was passing her by.
I had a flip phone for many years.
When 4G arrived, Donna reluctantly upgraded to a smartphone.
I was just wondering, how long is it going to take me to learn?
Then she discovered Senior Tech Connect classes at the Veterans Association of North County in Oceanside.
Ooh, I'm signing up.
There she met Cole Samaru, a U.S. Marine veteran who co-founded the company after watching his grandmother struggle with technology following his grandfather's death from Parkinson's.
All of those burdens that shifted from, his area of responsibility to her shoulders, it all, like the finances, the home, the car, everything centered around technology.
An AARP survey found that only 2/3 of Americans over 50 felt comfortable with their digital literacy skills.
You can kind of see how this is a major barrier in society.
In 2022, Samaru partnered with a 16-year-old in Miami-Dade working on a community project to close the digital divide. Senior Tech Connect was born, offering free classes at retirement centers, libraries, and veteran organizations.
This is changing lives in little small pieces. Kids and grandkids might not have the patience, but we feel like we can kind of fill that gap.
Classes cover cybersecurity, digital health literacy, and everyday smartphone skills like scanning QR codes and finding digital coupons. Donna withheld her last name to protect herself from online scammers.
So it's kind of like clearing out your
I didn't know that.
Your open processes.
Senior Tech Connect found in a Solana Beach class, just 4 hours of tech education led to 85% of participants feeling more confident with technology. But Donna maintains healthy boundaries.
I'm not against technology, except that now I can limit what I want to do and what I don't want to do.
To learn more about classes in your community, go to cbsa.com and click on the Help button.
I'm very proud of you.
Reporting in Oceanside, Abby Black, CBS 8.
Still ahead, they're coding, flying, and fixing drones, all while still in middle school. Next, we'll meet some of the local teams piloting to prove they've got skills to soar. Welcome back. Earlier this year, Knox Middle School students put on their thinking caps for the school's annual iSTEM Week. Teachers say it's a week where creativity takes flight and where students from all backgrounds can see themselves in science. In March, students explored everything from anatomy to energy transfer. 8th graders like Nyla Garcia and Journey Johnson even had the opportunity to work with real sheep hearts to learn how the human body works.
Might be disgusting at first, but once you start dissecting it and getting used to it, it's pretty normal now, and it's pretty fun.
I love about science is you get to build stuff and you get to create your own imagination.
Meanwhile, 7th graders worked to master kinetic energy with marble runs and dominoes, while 6th graders built lunar colony projects and designed astronaut suits. Educators say these project-based approaches are transforming how students connect with complex ideas. Earlier in February, other students in Southeast San Diego took their STEM skills to new heights by taking part in a drone competition. CBS 8's Jenny Day was there and shows us more.
Students have been able to pilot these drones, code them, and also serve as the mechanic should something go wrong, really providing a hands-on example of countless career paths.
It's really exciting.
The Mountain View Community Center was all the buzz Thursday as students interested in science, technology, engineering, and math took part in an aerial drone competition. The invitational tournament hosted by San Diego Parks and Rec.
It's really awesome to be part of, and I'm just glad to be here.
I like trying things different, something new, and I actually really enjoy it. I'm glad I tried it.
There are 2,000 teams nationwide taking part in these qualifying events, 14 from San Diego, representing Mountain View, Millennial Tech, Sherman, and Logan Memorial. 4 are all-female flight teams competing and hoping to advance to the Western Regional Championship happening in Northern California in April.
Girl power, we get to work together, we understand each other.
The communicating is good. It's key.
As these drone pilots navigate an obstacle course, they're being scored in 4 categories: teamwork, piloting, coding, and communication.
Go through hoops, you have to land it perfectly.
Using the drone, they had to very gently knock the beanbag off of its stand, then hover perfectly above these wiffle balls so that the air from the drone's propeller put them in motion.
Part of it is the competitive part, and part of it is the career planning around drones.
These drones definitely have given these students a dream and some direction.
I want to be an aerospace engineer. I want to work on planes and stuff.
Probably a mechanic or some sort, something with fixing things.
Maybe I can help people out for drones, try to find people with the drones, or try to help the police with it.
RoboLink, based right out of Miramar, is the official supplier of drones for this nationwide competition.
We provide full curriculum so that teachers who never touched drone can actually utilize this to teach students as well. We're excited that hopefully we're opening this gateway for students here.
Just one winning team, the Dago Ducks from Millennial Tech Middle, now advanced to the championship. Congrats and good luck. With this Innovate 8 report, I'm Jenny Day.
Thanks so much for joining us. If you'd like to learn more about any of these stories, head to CBS8.com. I'm Stephanie Simmons. See you next time.